to include Nigeria, to include Togo and Benin and many of those places that we hold in reverence within our heart and in our spirit on the continent, but also here throughout the Americas, where these traditional Pan-African practices and rituals and ceremonies and initiations are still being held authentically in all its diverse characteristics. You know, the experience is not just happening in Nigeria. It's not just happening in Cuba. It's not just happening in Haiti. Indeed, it is happening in Gullah Geechee Island. It is happening in New Orleans. It is happening in New York City. It is happening in California. It is happening wherever spirit dwells. Wherever we dwell, wherever I dwell, spirit dwells. It is my choice. It is my affirmation. It is my reverberation. It is my raison d'etre to operate in the realm of spirit. There has been no more successful, no more profitable, no more wholesome, no more protective thing for me than that. Those who know and understand my story know I was a teenage runaway, know that I was on the streets for a great deal of my teens and in my early 20s, trying to regather self, trying to recreate identity, trying to refine myself. So no greater salvation, no greater redeemer, no greater power have I found than that of Hoodoo, Voodoo, and Obeah. It is why I stand on them today. Again, many of you know my story. I was raised Christian. I was raised an evangelical, apostolic, sanctified, Holy Ghost-filled, tongue-speaking Christian. Minister of music since 5 years old, playing the piano and writing gospel and performing since 5 years old. And indeed, it has given a certain foundation, if you will, to who I am today in many ways. But I give all credit due to the ancestors, to Ifa, to Santeria, to Lukomi, to Yoruba, to the ancient Egyptian Kemetic religious teachings for who I am today, for saving me from becoming another black male statistic, from saving me from this society, from saving me from all the things that many of us and many of our family members and friends and community are confronted with today. So my job is to give that which was given to me, to provide that which has proven itself to me and to those around me to be most effective in alleviating our ills and opening our doors and removing our blocks. And I invite you, to whatever level, to whatever degree you can, to be a part of that experience. If you're local, you have no excuse. I'm here. We're here. All the questions, all the rumors, all the gossip. I'm in Congo Square just about every Sunday. If I'm not there, I'm in ceremony. I'm in ritual somewhere. So find out. I'm not hiding. I'm not in secret. This is not an internet persona. Someone asked me today, is it really possible to send a money order in the name of the Divine Prince? Absolutely. My Western Union account, my MoneyGram account, my PayPal account, my ID has the Divine Prince, Ty Emeka, on it. It's not a internet username. It's indeed who I am. It's the identity that my mother and my father and my sisters and brothers and blood relatives know me as, no matter how they feel about my religious choice. my religious calling, it is indeed authentically who I am. And I'm here to assist you in becoming authentically who you are. And there are healers listening to me right now. There are spiritualists listening to me right now. There are doulas listening to me right now. And you're being called. You know you're being called. You don't need me to tell you. You know it's there. And some of you are still, to use a 12-step word, working addicts to a system that you know is not benefiting you. You know it's not helping you. You know it's not working in your best interest. You know it's wearing down your emotions. It's wearing down your health. It's wearing down your energy. And Spirit is calling right now, through the challenge, through the economy, that we get real about our gifts, our skills, our talents, as well as our needs and the needs of those around us. Their jobs, their careers within those needs that need to be filled, that you've been called and placed here to fill. Running is not an option. Avoidance is no longer going to be an option. And some of you are being forced out. I have one client right now particularly in mind in that Washington, D.C. corridor. Oh, beloved, you resisted me for 3 years. I told you Spirit was forcing you out of that system. I told you Spirit was saying that this is no longer going to be conducive to your future. And now you're being put on the ropes. Now your back is against the wall as your career and your job goes. And you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to conjure up those other abilities, those other skills, those other God-given talents to live on. Not survive. Animals survive, and they trust God to provide food and shelter where humanity doesn't intervene and violate. We're talking about more than survival. We're talking about being profitable in spirit and health and reaching your community and birthing others to do what you do and to grow and to prosper even in the face of what many are calling hard times. Many are calling a economic recession. So answer the call. I implore you to answer the call. And those who are being called specifically and truly to Voodoo, New Orleans Voodoo, Hoodoo, and Obeah, I am here for you. If you're not able to reach out and to access that which is most beneficial for your own good, then you're not living. Then you are somehow still enslaved. Then you are somehow among the walking dead, if you will. But if you indeed dream in color, if you indeed are having that experience of creativity right now, or having that experience of having your back up against the wall, because understand, I don't see this as a negative. Indeed, it took having my back up against the wall before I truly surrendered to my authentic identity, till I truly surrendered to this path of spirituality. I tried to stay in the workforce. I tried to continue on doing the quote-unquote the traditional thing, go to college and get a degree and get a job that you know, are going to stay on for 30 years and retire. And that doesn't exist anymore. Understand, those times don't exist anymore. Those were our grandparents and our parents' time and generation. We are now moving ahead in technology, moving ahead in skills. Now, America, we are behind. Understand this. In math, in science, we are behind the rest of the world, who understands that we are at a breaking point, if you will. Things cannot continue to operate in the capitalistic, greed-based, material-based, self-based way in which the planet has been up until this point. Those who get that, who've already made the change, have already made know and understand that they have to do differently and are doing differently and are seeing and experiencing that difference. Please hold with me. Give thanks. I appreciate your patience for that brief intermission. Of course, those of you who are on my cam page didn't hear an intermission. You actually heard me conversing. Those of you on my Blog Talk Radio in the chat, you might have heard some silence just there for a minute. It's all good. You haven't lost connection. I'm still here with you. Sprocket Dog, all of our special guests, Angelic Soap. I'm still with you, so please know that I just took a short pause there to respond to a call. But I greatly appreciate you, and, of course, you all who are also with me now by way of the remote players, and, of course, those who are with me at area code 347-215-8967. If you indeed have a question, comment, or request, do press the number 1 on your telephone keypad. I will be more than happy to assist you in these last moments of the show. I indeed appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out in the middle of your day to be with the Power Lunch here with Hoodoo Secrets and Recipes, the Divine Prince, House of the Divine Prince, Thai Potions, and Hoodoo Central. And every day, every working weekday at high noon U.S. Central Standard Time here on Blog Talk Radio. And I invite you to be with me tomorrow here at high noon. I am going to end the show early today in about 2 minutes, provided I don't get a live call between now and that time. I am going to go into ceremony now. As I was saying in my right before the break, we are in a time of transition, a time of change, particularly in how we look at economy, how we look at resources, how we look at survival, how we look at paying the bill every day. And Spirit is calling on us now to be true and authentic to who we are and to answer that call of change and transformation. Area code 467, your line is now open. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
Adele from Texas.
Peace and blessings, Adele. How can I assist you today?
Peace, Divine Prince. I have a question. I know I just didn't tune in. It's almost like universe. I know that this is divine as well, to hear you, because you so resonate. The words that you've chosen has resonated within my being. But this question, it's almost like I have an answer to it, but I want to hear what you have to say. And I hear my reflection out of you. How do you know when you've answered a call? How do you know?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like I know, it's like I knew or remembering before I came to this planet what I am to do. I feel it. I just want to know, how do I know that I've answered a call? Because it seems like I'm working already, but I'm not aware of it. It's like when I used to have out-of-body experiences, I was aware about out of my body, but someone else had to tell me what I was